Oh, hello there. Hi, welcome to this short training video on augmented and virtual reality as it applies to healthcare. We are doing this in conjunction with Temple University School of Public Health. And this is a sample of augmented reality. Gotta go, my bat light's on. The goal of augmented reality is to enhance a person's performance and perception of the world, creating a system such that a user cannot tell the difference between the real world and virtual augmentation of it. The biggest difference between AR and VR is that VR is an environment that is totally immersive, while with AR, the user maintains presence in the real world. Furthermore, augmented reality overlays virtual 3D graphics into our view of the real world, while virtual reality immerses you in 360 degrees of new worlds with little or no sensory input from your room your body is actually in. So let's take a quick look at a neurosurgeon and how he's using virtual reality.
It's just amazing to see every little opening in the skull where a nerve goes through it.
At the University of California, Los Angeles, neurosurgeons are slipping on virtual reality headsets to go inside their patients' brains.
I'm virtually inside the skull of the patient, walking around, floating around.
Dr. Neil Martin is the chairman of UCLA's Department of Neurosurgery.
I think this is going to have a tremendous impact.
The hype cycle is a graphical representation of the life cycle stages a technology goes through from conception to maturity and widespread adoption. The hype cycle is a branded tool created by Gartner, an information technology research and consultancy company. However, the hype cycle stages are often used as a reference points in marketing and technology reporting. Businesses can use the hype cycle to guide technology decisions in accordance with their level of comfort and risk. Each stage of the cycle is associated with its own risks and opportunities. As we check out the graph, we see that AR and VR is still around 5 to 10 years to mainstream adoption. VR is close to the point where it's widely understood by the general public, and AR is not too far behind with smartphone solutions and apps being released, intriguing the market of what is to come. From this research, we see that the potential for disruptive innovation is real, and that by 2025, the VR and AR market will be a $674 billion industry. Augmented reality will surpass virtual reality technology by $422 billion. Let's take a quick look at how augmented reality is being used by some professionals.
My job is to teach, and I really think this could impact almost everything that we teach people. With HoloLens, you can see the muscles on top of the skeleton all at the same time. You can bring them in and out and exactly understand where things sit.
You can take any anatomical part and show any of it. You can move it around, you can make it kind of translucent so you can see through the...
Technology of virtual reality consists of hardware, computers, gloves, haptic feedback devices, motion tracking devices, and display devices such as head-mounted displays, projectors, eyeglasses, VR goggles, or screens. When combined with real and digital elements using these devices, the goal of the hardware is to create what appears to be a life-size 3D virtual environment without the boundaries we usually associate with TV or computer screens. Haptic feedback devices is how sensing and manipulation through touch. Haptic feedback is the use of sense of touch in a VR system to provide real feeling to the user. The user can sense the pressure of force when carrying out a task. Some of the advantages that we would like to point out for virtual reality and augmented reality are how realistic the experiences are that you can share in a real time. One person could be on the East Coast, another person could be teaching on the West Coast, and there's that real-time, realistic experience. It's safe, anyone can use it. There's the ability to use on a regular basis or even as a skill refresher. It's efficient, saves money, and creates situations that don't exist. And just as any great technology has its advantages, the disadvantages follow suit. What we've noticed was that the unknown effects of long-term device use are unknown. The dependency on technology is great, and the production is very expensive, which follows a difficult to maintain the augmented and the virtual reality systems and upkeep. People are missing out on what's right in front of them. Society already has a problem with texting and driving. Adding the ability to do more will only cause more distraction. The current applications in healthcare There are many ways that both augmented and virtual reality can be used in healthcare. Currently, AR is being used for rehab for stroke patients, point of view surgeries, interactive education materials, predicting how well a child will be able to sit for an MRI through a game type evaluation, and even forensic medicine, which we will dig a little deeper into in a moment. Similarly, VR is being used for surgical training, multiple types of therapies and treatments, brain damage assessments, and submersive meditation experiences for people with anxiety. In our research, we found a use case in regards to augmented reality and forensic medicine. So to elaborate on the use of the augmented reality, Kilgis put together a prototype for viewing internal CT scans real time for use with forensic medicine. In this setting, their augmented reality setup and program provide the benefit of allowing the forensic pathologist to view internal and external injuries altogether. The system they created is a mobile, markerless, intuitive, and real-time capable with sufficient accuracy to aid in the evaluation of cause and death of the patient. To perform the analysis, it only takes 5 steps. Perform the CT scan, segment the CT scan, position the camera, and perform initial registration. Start intuitive visualization on tablet display. Move the camera freely, which is optional. The prototype they created was implemented using the open source Medical Imaging Interaction Toolkit, the MITK. The following hardware is necessary for the visualization: powerful PC or laptop to function as a server, wireless router, mobile display, a range camera, and a CT scan. They evaluated their prototype on a phantom and post-mortem corpse in the same 5 poses. They found that the mean target registration for the phantom and post-mortem experiments was 4 millimeters, and the mean runtime was 219.3 milliseconds. The tablet as a scenario is not necessary, but it helps the physician with a feeling of real-time evaluation of interior and exterior of the patient. This system can be easily integrated into the current clinical routine. It has low preparation time, and the output can easily be saved and presented as evidence if needed during a trial. In conclusion, this hardware and software that bends reality is expected to become a part of our everyday life. In healthcare, it's already being used to treat patients and improve the quality of life for those suffering with things like mental illness and vision impairment. In 2 to 5 years, the definition of augmented reality is going to extend. It's not going to be called augmented reality anymore. It really will just be reality. It will be the combination of artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, all coming together. Here are the articles and other sources we used to put together this training video. Please use these if you would like to learn more about this topic. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you were able to learn something new today.